Hi everyone, I'm Rohn Strong and welcome back to my channel. Before you ask, yes, I do dress like Miss Frizzle. That's just who I am. I am the adult gay male version of Miss Frizzle. So, you're welcome. All right. Crochet content, that's what you came for. Today we're going to be stitching up the Logjam throw. Now this is a really simple and easy, new, modern-ish take on the classic basket weave pattern. It's a little bit different, a little bit the same, but a lot of fun to stitch up. So I hope you are excited. All right, so here is my new favorite blanket in the whole world. It's the Logjam throw. All right, this guy is a lot of fun, and I absolutely loved making this. Now, I used a bulky weight yarn, has a little bit of wool in it, so it's nice and warm and cozy. You don't have to use the same yarn I did if you want to use the same yarn. Of course, like most of my blankets, the PDF is linked down below if you want to make the exact one I did. You can purchase that. If you want the free pattern on my blog, if you want the kit for the yarn, that's linked down below from Lion Brand. I think this blanket comes out to like 60 or 70 bucks. It's a pretty good size. It's about 48 inches by 54 inches, which is the standard throw size that I make. I absolutely love how cozy and just squishy and so much texture. So much texture. I really don't know what that was. I apologize. So today I'm going to show you how to stitch this up. I'm going to give you the stitch repeat. We're going to talk about changing yarns and hooks and all that kind of stuff. I have lots more information on my blog. It's all listed out if you want to head over there. Okay, first things first. This exact blanket can be made with any yarn, any hook combination. One of my favorite things with blankets, when you don't have to really worry about the hook or yarn or anything like that. Obviously, you're going to need to know the repeat. So I'm going to put it on the screen here, and I'm also going to tell you, it's also listed on my blog with a proper breakdown. Your stitch repeat is 12 stitches plus 6. So any multiple of 12, then you need to add 6. Hold on. If you want a clean edge in which it looks like you have just a full 4 stitch basket weave all the way through, even on the edge, you need to add an extra stitch at the beginning and end, which means that your stitch repeat actually changes if you're making a full size afghan. So if you're making an afghan or a throw, whatever, you're going to want to do a multiple of 12 plus 8, okay? So 12 plus 8. If you want to use this stitch in any old pattern for a sweater, for socks, whatever, it's 12 plus 6, okay? Okay, all right. So that's that. Let's get on to the stitching. Now, like I said, you need a bulky weight yarn. I'm using today, what I used in the pattern was Hue and Me. It's called. It's from my friends at Lion Brand. It's a wonderful, cozy yarn that my friend Alexi of Two of Wands designed. It's a great yarn, wonderful yarn. Today I'm going to be using Brava Bulky from We Crochet. So I'll link all this stuff down below, obviously. Okay, so we're gonna make a small swatch today, but you can make it as big or small as you want. It's totally up to you. Like I said, you need a multiple of 12, so we're gonna do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to do 2 repeats. All right, let me make sure I got 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 24. Okay, so now we're going to add 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. Now we're going to double crochet in the third chain from your hook and in each of the next, So you're going to double crochet in the third chain from the hook and in each of the next 3 double crochet. So at the beginning, you should have, if you're doing the version where there's an extra stitch at the beginning and end, you're going to have 4 double crochets plus that beginning chain, okay? Then you'll chain 2. You're going to skip 2 stitches. And then you're going to double crochet into each of the next 4 chains. Then chain 2, skip 2, and double crochet in the next 4. So you're going to do that all the way across until you get to the very last stitch, and then you'll double crochet in the last chain. So we have 5 double crochet at the ends. Then we have just 3 groups of 4, and then we have our chain spaces in between. So what makes this basket weave different from other basket weaves that you've probably done is the chain 2 spaces in between each of the weave sections. Now, typically the weave will just go from front post stitches to back post stitches, and it just alternates. This has a chain 2 space before each grouping of stitches. And that's because I wanted it to be a lot lighter, I wanted it to work up a lot faster, and I didn't want it to use as much yarn. These chain 2 spaces reduce the amount of yarn that you need, reduce the amount of time that you need to spend stitching, and they really give this afghan some drape. And I love that in a blanket. So I'm all ready to work row 2. I chain 2 at the beginning, which counts as my first half double crochet. So we're going to have a half double crochet at the beginning and half double crochet at the end. That's because we'll be working post stitches. Now post stitches themselves aren't long enough to account for a double crochet at the beginning and end, even though it kind of seems like we would use double crochet. We're only going to be using those half double crochets to make sure that everything is the same height that it should be. All right, so first things first, we're going to work front post double crochet. To do that, we yarn over our hook, and working from right to left, we're going to insert our hook behind the post of the next double crochet. We yarn over, pull up a loop, pull through 2, and pull through 2. So essentially, we're working just a standard double crochet, but we're going behind the post of the stitch, or the actual length of the stitch. We're not going into the stitch. Once we reach our chain 2 space, we chain 2. Now, we're always going to be alternating between front and then back post. To work a back post, we yarn over our hook, and working from right to left, we're going to come over top of the post of the next double crochet, pull up a loop, and pull through 2 twice. You're going to repeat that until you get to your chain 2 space, then chain 2. When you reach your next set, we need to go back to front post. So we'll do 4 front post stitches. Chain 2, 4 back post stitches. And now that we're at the end here, we'll work our last chain 2 space. We're going to work 4 front post, and then into the very last chain there, we're going to work a half double crochet. Then we'll chain 2 and turn our work. Now, on this side, which is the right side of our work, it's obviously reverse of what we just did. So the easiest thing to do is just mimic the stitches how they appear facing you. First up, we need to work 4 back post because we ended with 4 front post. Chain 2 to work over top of that chain 2 space. Then work 4 front post. Chain 2, 4 back post. Chain 2, 4 front post. That was fun. So that's it, friends. You're just going to repeat alternating front post and back post every 4 stitches, then every 4 rows. Once you reach the 4 rows as instructed in the pattern, you'll reverse it. So then you'll work back post where there was front post and front post where there were back post. You'll maintain the pattern for 4 rows and then you'll alternate it again. By alternating that pattern again and again, every 4 stitches and 4 rows, that's what helps you achieve that basket weave look. The chain 2 spaces, as you can see here, just kind of fade into the back. They do their job maintaining the lightness and making sure that this doesn't take a whole lot of yarn. Gauge really isn't all that important. Like I said, you can use any hook and any yarn that makes you happy. So that's all there is to the Logjam throw. I hope you enjoyed learning this new take on a classic basket weave stitch. And until next time, happy stitching. Bye, y'all.